The next thing we want it to do is to be able to start back over. So notice that when we refresh, it does its beginning thing, we do a click, it works the way we expect it. But now what happens when I click again? So I click again, it fades out the words, it fades them back in, but what happened to all those animates? And what happened is they're all hidden, right? So when we come back in again, actually there's still all this height too. So they're hidden, they're already this size, nothing's happening. There's nothing new to happen. And since they're hidden, we don't see anything happening. So what we want to do now is we want to make it so that it will work the second time we click it. So really what we're going to do is we're going to reset all the things back. So we're going to reset the fireworks. Notice that we don't need to worry about resetting the heading 2s because they faded out and then they faded back in. And so when we go to click again, since they're already faded in, they'll fade out and fade in. So we're seeing that. But it's the fireworks that we need to set. And we're going to reset these for future clicks. And then we're going to show them. So we want to reset them back to their regular size. And remember when they started, they were top left, 300 and 460, and they were height and width 0. So to reset them, I'm going to start with the purple one, and I am going to kind of use this as my basis. So I want the purple, and I want to reset it to the height back to 0, and the width back to 0, and the top, let's go see what the top is, 300, 300, and 460. Now, I don't want this to take any time, so I want this to be 0, so I'm going to remove that parameter. And since it's taking no time, I don't care whether it's linear or not. And there's no function that, there is a function I need to do. What do I want to do? I don't want it to hide, right? I don't want it to hide. What I want it to is to show. All right, and that's the difference that I want to do. So what do? I simply reset it. So I use that first parameter to reset it. I'm going to need a comma here. There's the first center, the first parameter to reset it, and then I just used the callback function to show it. Okay, let's test it to make sure this is working with the purple one. So we'll refresh, and we'll click on it once. All of them work. Ooh. There's a little bit there, not quite what we wanted, but notice how that purple one showed up again. So let's go ahead and add the others and see if that cleans up the way we want it. So we're going to do the same thing. So I've got the purple one being reset. Now I want the green one to reset. And again, we're using this so we don't have to change it in the function down here. And then we want the red one. And again, no delays, no timing on those changes. So we've got all 3 reset. Let's go ahead and see how this works. Okay, here we go. Get ready to do that call that click event listener. There you go. So when we wrap that up, 1, 2, 3, fades out and fades in. And there we have an animation. Look at all the fun things we're able to do with jQuery. All these things, same things can be done with JavaScript, JavaScript animation, but the jQuery makes it simpler. The code isn't as long to write and it's easier to use.